Today's Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop and Pop, which is March 5th to the 7th, 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia, and Ranger Stop Convention, which is now November 11th to the 14th, 2021 in Orlando, Florida. Go to rangerstop.com for more info.
So, Walter, it is a tradition right now. How is your quarantine life?
A quarantine life, man.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I've gained a few quarantine pounds. It's I don't know. I've caught up on a lot of television. I've searched my inner being and decided to start writing a book.
Ooh,
And
okay.
you know, I'm trying to maintain, man. But I'm going crazy a little bit because I am a night owl. I like to be out. I like to be around people. I dance. I like socialize and go to you know, red carpet events. I do all these things that I'm no longer able to do right now. So it's a little frustrating, but I'm hanging in there.
What is up, everyone? This is Leo, and I'm here with my boy Ryan, and we are here with the legendary Walter Jones from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. With that being said, let's get started. So, Walter,
Yo, what's up, bro?
how did you get started with your career, man?
With my career.
Yes.
Well, you know, I went to a school of performing arts. I went to a school called United States International University School of Performing and Visual Arts, right? So that was my college. I went there. I obtained a degree in musical theater, a Bachelor of Fine Arts. I went to school with a number of other people that did well in their careers, including Jamie Foxx and Amy Gilliam, who's actually known for a different name, Torsten Kane, John Barrowman. We all went to school together, so it was cool. I was in a great environment, very talented people, and doing theater and musical theater and singing, and dancing, and acting, and the whole thing. So that was the beginning, I guess. I mean, before that, I'd done like theater, you know, in high school. I'd done plays, I'd done street theater, I'd done all these other things. But yeah, that I think going to college and graduating with that degree was definitely my step into, all right, this is what I plan to do with my life. And from that point on, I just started pursuing the industry. I did everything. I did cruise ships. I did theme parks. I did stinging telegrams. I did everything, man. Hey, look, when you are an entertainer, you do as much as you possibly can to work. And that's been my belief, is that you don't just, I'm not just an actor. I'm an actor, I'm a dancer, I'm a singer, I do stunts, I do a number of different things. So if I'm gonna act, I'm doing commercials, television, voiceover work, a little bit of everything. And then the more that I can do, the more I have the opportunity to make my living doing what I love.
From two college graduates to another, man, it's life changing when you graduate college and know what you want to do for your life. So
you know what it is, and also the fact that you have to pay money back. You have to take it seriously, right?
yeah.
And I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. So when I got to San Diego, which is where my school was at, and I realized, because I had a partial scholarship, but when I realized that after the loans and the grants and everything else, that I was going to owe over $30,000 to pay back with the fees that I have to pay back when I graduated, I was like, I got to take this seriously. I can't play around. I'm like, I've never even thought about earning $30,000, and to know that when I graduate, that's going to be sitting on me as a credit, the way to be paid back. I knew I had to take it seriously. I knew I had to devote myself.
A special friend of yours in the past who actually wants to say hi to you. I don't remember Jim Gray, your host, Jim Gray from Universal Studios.
From where? From Universal?
Yeah, Jim Gray. Like, he was also the Yellow Storm Alien Ranger.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because he told us a story about like how you helped him get into the show. So, in our last interview with him.
Really? What was the story?
Basically, like, you guys were working at Universal Studios during the 90s, and then the Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin was coming up, and basically, like, you told him about it, and he was kind of hesitant, but then he finally came back, and he came in during season 3, so something about that.
Okay. You know what? I have a vague memory of that, but there's been so much that's happened between then and now that I can't.
Let's go to the next question, Walter. Now, from a dancer to a fellow dancer, what got you to dancing? Like, what got your inspiration and like started you into dancing?
You know what? It's funny. It's a funny story. I did a hip hop video years ago that was never released. Austin did a martial arts video. I did a hip hop video, and Twee did a video right after we left the show. And in that video, I explained how my passion for dance started. And what it was, well, the first thing that happened was I saw my dad when I was like 4 years old. That we had a party at the house, and my dad, everybody's dancing, and my dad got in the middle of the floor and did this move where he tucked the leg behind the other leg, went down to the ground, and came up in like a triple spin, and it was so smooth. And I was like, dang, Dad. I was like, that's my dad right there, you know. I was like, yo, Dad got some moves. So later on in life, my cousin had a birthday party in the basement of my grandmother's house. And all my cousins, you know, and we're all there. We're all gathered on like family events, and every Sunday after church, we're all there, and the people were dancing. And I was kind of shy, and I was holding on to my great grandmother. Her name was Miss Bird, and I was like, Grandma, I want to dance. She's like, go on, baby, go on, dance. And I was like, okay. So I went out in the middle of the floor, and I started acting like Michael Jackson, and my family went crazy, like, yeah, hey. They were all hyped up and hyped me up. And I was like, I think that was the moment where I went, I can do this. I can dance. And so then I was passionate about wanting to learn. And after that, I always loved dancing.
Right on. And also, Walter, and I know it's cheesy, but you did help me inspire to become a dancer because I am also a dancer. And thanks for your inspiration. I was able to win this when I was in grade school. So,
hey, all right. Congratulations. All right. You know, hey, things you do. I love being an inspiration in any form or fashion. You know what I'm saying? So if watching me on television inspired you to dance and you got accolades for it, I think that's amazing.
yeah, so thanks, man. And also, even during like my college years, I was able to win 2 titles too. So, hey, y'all win 3 titles. So thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, man. That'll work. You know what? The truth is I may have given you inspiration, but you dedicated yourself. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Walter, you know, it was the 90s, and one of the biggest things in the 90s that was going on was Power Rangers. So what was the auditions process like for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
The audition process. Well, for me, the way it worked was I had an agent, and my agent called me and said, hey, so there's this audition for this show. It wasn't called Power Rangers at the time. I forgot what it was called. It was called, I forget. But there was auditions for the show. They're looking for this character. They can do hip hop, and you're gonna be a superhero. And I was like, yo, I think I can do that. That sounds dope. You know? I was like, I can do that. I'm like, yeah, I'm down with it. And so they were like, all right, but they want to see you tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, I'm on a plane. I'm going to Florida. I'm doing this show called Star Search. And they're like, oh, well, can you come back? Because this is a big audition. It's already 40 episodes. You know, it's a big series. It's a series regular. And I'm like, man, I can't. I'm already obligated to the show. And so I was disappointed. I went on the show. I did my thing. I think I went on there as a dancer or singer. I went on there as a singer and got there, lost my voice, and couldn't sing. And so one of the backup singers ended up singing my part, and we lost. So I was bummed. I was like, man, here's my moment to shine on TV, on this big show. Star Search was hot at the time, Ed McMahon. And I lost my voice. Allergies or something kicked in, humidity. I was talking like this, you know, so I couldn't sing. And we were singing and dancing, doing flips and all this stuff. So I did the flips and the dancing part, but I couldn't sing, and we lost. I was really disappointed. So got back on the plane. I was mad. I was like, man, I messed up Star Search. I missed out on this opportunity to act on the show, and man, I'm just gonna go home and lick my wounds, keep at it, you know. Got home and they called me again and said, hey, so they still want to see you for this part. And can you come in tomorrow? And I'm like, yeah. So I go, and I get to the audition, and I do all the things you do at an audition. I give them my photo, my resume, And I slate my name, I do my sides, the acting sides, and they're like, all right, that's great. So, and I was confident in my acting. I have a degree. I'm like, I have a degree in acting. I know what I can do. I know how to act, and this is the perfect character for me. So afterwards, they're like, so can you dance? And I'm like, yeah, dance. And you dance hip hop? Yeah. Well, can you show us a little bit? And I think they had a tape recorder in the room. They played a little music. So I was like, hey, do my thing, right out there. Like, all right, that was really nice. Can you do any flips? I know this is a small room, but if there's anything you can show us that you can do. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, so I do a backflip. I know how to do a backflip. Backflip, boom, I landed. They're like, right, that was awesome. That's great. All right. So can you do any martial arts? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a martial artist. I'm a brown belt at Ishiru, and they're like, all right, great. Can you show us something? So I'm like, all right. So I do a kata, boom, boom, boom. Punches, kicks, blocks, do my thing. And they're like, oh, that was excellent. Now, can you put it all together? You mean everything? Like the flips and the punches and dancing? You want me to dance while I do it? Yeah, can you do that? I'm like, yeah, okay, I can do it. So I'm like, all right, here we go. Let me think. So I started doing some martial arts, doing some break dancing, doing a swipe, came up, did a backflip, and then bowed out, and they were like, thank you very much. And you come back again tomorrow. So, that was it. And after about 2 weeks of auditioning, man, I got the role.
Hey man, you did it.
They had you put it all together?
I was like,
yeah, well, that's what hip hop keto was. It's like they were looking for somebody that could create hip hop keto. And of course, Zack is the only character that had his own martial arts form, and it included hip hop. And the reason being is because at the time, in 92, 93, hip hop was very prevalent. It was all over everything. It was like the biggest emerging, thing that was happening. There was rap, then there was hip hop, and it carried it carried funk, flavor, clothing. It was attached to everything. So obviously, Saban was like, if we can attach hip hop to this thing in some way, it's going to be a big thrill for the kids, draw the kids, and so Zack had hip hop keto. I was able to create it and come up with it, and I got my inspiration from capoeira, from breakdancing, and then just sheer imagination, and to come up with stuff. That was weird. It was like, all right, so when I would fight, the stunt coordinator would go, all right, so Walter, they want you to do some hip hop keto, so I'm gonna give you these 5 guys. You gotta go ahead and work something out. So me and the stunt man would come up with stuff, and we'd come up with an idea, and then we just run with it. I think sometimes they help me with different things. Like there's one episode where I fought, and I was fighting with Eric Betts. He was the stunt guy, and he was in a putty costume, and he's chasing me. He's chasing me, and I'm running away from him, and I see a branch in a tree, and I jump up in the branch, and he pushes me from behind, and I swing up and over the branch, and when I come back down on the other side, I kick another putty, which is not easy to do. That took a lot of strength and agility, and that was just one of the things we kind of came up with. Where I was inspired by Jackie Chan, because Jackie Chan was very creative in the way he fought, and he used things around him. So all of that, I think that was probably the funnest part of Power Rangers for me is coming up with that whole form of martial arts and doing different things. The challenge of it was amazing.
hey man, you pulled it too. That was awesome. So anyway, going to your question. Next question is, can you tell us the experience filming Power Rangers, any a fight scene particularly?
The experience of shooting Power Rangers?
Yes.
Well, every day was different. We get our scripts. We shot 4 scripts every 2 weeks, and so the shooting was interesting. That's not the way it started, but this is the way eventually it worked out. And it was interesting because the script would be broken down by locations. So we could be doing 4 different scripts. That means 4 different monsters, 4 different foes, 4 different circumstances, 4 different outfits, the whole thing. And let's say we were in the command center. So we would have a full day of the command center. And, Zordon was never there. We didn't read our lines with Zordon. We read our lines with the PA, who was not an actor, who was going, Rangers, there's a condition in Angel Grove, and we need you there right away. And we're like, and we had ice were on, we were going to be there. You know, we had to get into it and do our things. But we had a script supervisor that would help us because we had to realize where we were at. Because, like, think about it, 4 different scripts. One script, we're dealing with Tommy. The next script, we're dealing with, like, Rita. The next script, there's Godard. The other script, Sweeney is a paper. It's turned into a paper doll. So it's like,
Oh yeah.
there's all these different things, and these different emotions, and who's more involved, and all these things we had to work with. It was interesting. It was really interesting, just that aspect of doing 4 different scripts at one time and going to different locations. And fighting days were fighting days. We're in the park all day. You know, we wake up in the morning, early in the morning, because it was long hours. We were working like, at some points, we were working like 16 hours sometimes. I mean, we would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 a.m., to be on the set at 5 a.m. for makeup. And then, you know, breakfast, and then they go to the set, and then they set up the set, and then we have to come out and block the lines with the director. And then we go back to our room, we get dressed in our wardrobe, and then they call us out and they check the lighting, and they send us back in the room. And then we had to, like, if there was a fight, then we had to work out the fight. So we would have to stretch and work out, you know, real quick. And then we start sweating because we're, like, working out the fight, and we start sweating. And then they go, all right, we got to do the lights, send us back to the trailer. Now we're in our dressing room. And if it was cold outside and we start sweating, then we would dry off in our clothes and get our bodies wicked cold. And they go, okay, we're ready. And then you got to go back out, and you're like, I'm cold. I got to warm up again. And they're like, well, we got to hurry up and shoot. So it was crazy. It was like, man, you know, sometimes you got injured because it was like, it was a rush. You know, you had to keep going. And if they didn't get a take, sometimes, like, when we fought, you see that that we fall. Like, if I was doing things I've never done, I'm going to do, you know, 3 round. I'm going to do a round off, back tuck, land, do a jump spinning kick, turn direction, do a jump spinning kick down the way, go to the ground, come back up, slide, do up, like all that stuff we just did this morning. And now we have to film it. And if it's not right, we got to just keep going. So sometimes we would mess up and we just like create stuff in the moment. It's like, I'm gonna flip over this guy. You know? It was crazy. It was crazy, bro. But it was a lot of fun. It was very challenging, and yeah, it was sometimes long days, but we were enjoying ourselves. I mean, think about it. I mean, I got to go to work and be a superhero every day. So it was amazing.
Right on, right on.
I say amazing a lot, huh?
No, because it was amazing.
It was
Amazing.
amazing.
Like, the end of every speech is like, that was amazing.
Do you have any fun behind-the-scenes stories on set that you like to share? Like any like bloopers, any like pranks and stuff like that?
Well, one prank just came to mind.
Uh-oh.
So Austin, the Red Ranger, he was really young. I was the oldest Ranger, and he was the youngest Ranger. He was actually 17, I think, at the time that he got cast. So he was really young. I was in my 20s. And I lived in a house with 3 guys. We had this big house on a hill, beautiful place. And so Austin lived somewhere else. And after we'd be shooting on the set all day, he'd be exhausted. And I lived closer to the set. So he, hey, bro, can I crash here tonight? And I was like, yeah, man, it's cool. You know, we let him crash. And he crashed at my house. Get up in the morning, we go back and work. And after a while, it was like, bro, why don't you just move in here? So he moved in to the house with me and the boys, and we all became the boys. It was like, so now it was like the Power Ranger house because we got 2 of the Power Rangers there. My other roommates were stuntmen. They were, one was going to Cal Arts for animation. The other one was doing, he was a singer. You know, he had a band. He could play piano, guitar. He was like this great singer, and we went on to do Broadway and Vegas and various other things. And anyway, we became this group of boys, and we hung out all the time. Obviously, we lived together, and we would have fun doing different things. And one of the things we enjoyed doing was we play golf, right? So we played golf, and we got Austin with us, and Austin was gung ho. You know, I mean, like he goes into everything 100%. You know, he's gonna put his heart behind it. He's got a lot of confidence. He's gonna be able to do it. He's gonna kill it, right? So we got out on the golf course, and it's new for all of us. We're learning how to play golf. Sometimes we're like swinging at the ball, and we're missing completely, you know, and or we hit the ball and it shakes to the left or to the right. You got to go chase the ball somewhere. Well, we set up Austin with a fake ball. So it's like it looks like a real golf ball, and we get on the tee. And Austin's strong too. You know, he's been lifting our weights and everything. He's like, you know, he's the Red Ranger. He's strong. And so we get out there, and my boy Danny, he hits me. Hey, check this out. Watch this. So he takes the ball and here, Austin, go ahead and hit this. Hit the second ball. This is the first one shake. Hit the second ball here. He like lines it up on the tee. Austin gets out there with his driver. He's ready to shake. He lines it up. Bow! The ball shatters in the dust. He really thinks that he did. He said, "Did you see that?" Oh! He was so hyped. He was like, I literally killed that ball. And they called me. I just killed the ball. You know, like, hey. And we were all laughing. He's like, what's so funny? Then he's like, got it. He's like, oh, man, y'all got me. He got it. We got kind of good. He really thought he had shattered that ball. He was like, man, you got to be a lot stronger than that. But it was fun.
Oh, hey, man, that was a nice voice.
You know what that was? That was amazing.
Yes.
That was tagline for this episode. It was amazing.
That's amazing. We should give you a shirt that says "That's amazing." We know that you reprised your role as Zack again for a show in BET called Boomerang. Is that correct?
Can you tell us about your experience reprising your character?
All right. Wow. What a show, right? Boomerang. It was. I got a call up. They called me up and they said that, and I watched the show before. I was a fan of the show. I think it's, you know, after it goes on, it's a continuation of the movie Boomerang, done by Eddie Murphy and Halle Berry.
Yes.
And it's like the kids of them have gone on to become these creative and successful business people. And so they called me up for the episode and they're like, yeah, we want to have you do this part, you know, and we want you to wear the costume. And I'm like, wow, I haven't worn a costume in 25 years. You know, and they're like, I get the script and I read it and I'm like, oh, that's trippy. So I'm kind of like God's gatekeeper. And I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool. You know, I can see Zack being God's gatekeeper. Like, when Zack was up in heaven, he'd be like, I got this guy, I got this cover, you know, like, and he's like, yeah, that's my boy Black Ranger. I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool. So I go to the set, we do the show, and you know, some of the whole of the episode is somewhat controversial, right? I mean, like, there's like lots of different things happening that are not things that would normally happen in church, but I think that's part of the creativity of the episode. And I'm working with RJ Walker, and he's awesome. He's an amazing actor, and you know, I had a good time. I mean, they made me feel really welcome, very comfortable. I was proud to be wearing the suit again after so long. It was interesting to play an older Zack, you know, like an older Zack in that environment, which was not my superhero environment. It was like the Black Ranger in that episode was going about business as regular, wearing a suit, but he had many duties, you know? So it was interesting. I was like, oh, it was interesting. And I had fun working on the show. I enjoy BET, and I like a lot of the stuff that they do. So hopefully I'll get to work with them again, but this time not as Zack, just as another character that Walter Jones portrays.
Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be really amazing.
What do you think about it?
Oh, I liked it. I loved it. I mean, like, I watched it. I was like, hey. Well, first was my friend said to me. She's like, hey, look, Walter's back for an episode. Where? In BET. He's like, oh shoot. So I watched it. And I mean, like, yeah, I feel you. Like, it looked weird, but again, like, it was. I could get why they did that, but you know what I mean.
I'm glad people enjoyed it. You know, it was a fun episode to do, and I was happy to be wearing the suit again. 25 years is a long time, man. I was like, wow, this is what I used to do. All right, put it on. Like I still fit it. All right, looks good.
In fairness, Walter, you look like you haven't aged since 1993.
I am, sir.
You're pitch perfect.
Well, you know why?
Oh, I know why. Exactly. So for our listeners, remember, black don't crack. Remember that.
I said that don't crack, but that works too. Hey.
Okay. Outside of Power Rangers, what was the most memorable project that you have done outside Power Rangers?
I worked on a number of projects that I thought were a lot of fun. That were, I mean, mostly everything I've done has been an exercise in creativity. But I think one of the most rewarding for me was working on the Shield, Trailer, that character, and Particulars. And that was a lot of fun working with him. He was intense. And my character was Rondell Robinson. I was a drug dealer, which is a far cry from being like a superhero, but it was cool. I thought, for me, it was a great way to exercise showing my range, to show that I could be this young teenage superhero as well, with a great moral fiber, as well as somebody from completely different end of the spectrum, because I've seen all of that in my life. I grew up in Detroit, I saw a lot of things. I grew up wanting to be a hero. I hated bullies. So, you know, if I was in school and there was a girl getting picked on by a boy, it drove me crazy. I'd be like, no, you ain't gonna mess with her. You gotta fight me. That's who I was as a kid. So that came across, I think, in Power Rangers, that aspect of me. But then there's other things that I saw that I also took in. You know, I've chosen to live my life in the way that I do, but I think it's fun playing a bad guy, because you get to do things you would never do, and you get to experience what it would be like if you did.
So, Walter, we do have 3 more questions left. Now, my next question is, did you expect the franchise to become this big, or heck, like in the last 26 years?
Did I expect the show to be this big? Is that
Yeah.
the question?
Yep.
I mean, nobody did. No, I mean, we didn't expect anything. We just, what I expected from the show Power Rangers was to get 40 episodes of experience working on a TV show. You know, before that, I'd done on television. I'd only done like Star Search and stuff like that. But I'd done some music videos. I'd done extra work. I did extra work on 90210 and some other shows, and that was just a way for me to get in the industry and see what was going on and be like, yeah, I can do this. I see what they're doing. Yeah, I can do that. I got these skills. So when Power Rangers came along, it was like, all right, 40 episodes of this show. I did the pilot, and I took the pilot home to my family, and I showed it to them. And I remember I had, like, most of my family, they were all sitting on the floor and couches, and the home was crowded with my family, and they're watching this episode, and it's got putties, and this is the pilot. It's got putties and these weird monsters. In the beginning, when we get our powers, they show us morph into our dinosaurs, but we're dinosaurs. You know, like Zack's face turns into a mastodon, which is weird, and all these weird things. We got Rita in the can, in the garbage can, and after 300 years, you're like, what is this? What are we watching? You know, everybody's like, yeah, this is kind of crazy. So after the episode was over, my family was kind of like, yeah, keep at it. You know, don't worry, something good is gonna come along. I was like, yeah, but it's good. I'll get 40 episodes out of it. We'll see. And then the show hit the market, man, and within a week we were the #1 kid show, and from then it was like, wow. I mean, we had already shot about 20 episodes before the first episode aired. So I think my first experience of what it was truly going to be like was I was walking on the beach with my cousin, and these kids ran up on me, and the show hadn't aired yet. We shot 20 episodes, but it wasn't on air yet. These kids ran up to me like, yo, you're the Black Ranger. And I'm like, yeah, I am, but the show's not even out yet. How do you know that? And they're like, I just bought your doll yesterday, and your face is on the box. And I'm like, I have a doll? They're like, yeah. Like, I have a doll. They're like, yeah, you have an action figure, and your face is on the box. My face is on the box? I have an action. I look at my cousin, like, they never told us that they were making action figures. We never knew. that there was going to be action figures and stuff. We had no idea about merchandise. We didn't know because, you know, it was like that was their big secret. We're going to do merchandise. We're going to make millions off this merchandise. Y'all ain't get nothing, but we're going to make money. And I was like, wow, I was blown away. But to know that we had action figures, that was the first statement of, wow, this is going to have some longevity. Because, I played with G.I. Joes when I was a kid. You know, I played with Steve Austin from the $6 Million Man. I played with these different action figures. And I thought, man, if kids are going to be playing with a doll of me and my character, then that's, even in the trash, it's still a doll of me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even after I'm gone, that will still be here. So I think that was the first idea that maybe this was going to have some longevity, but who knew that it would be 27 years? Nobody knew that 27 years we still be talking about Power Rangers, and I still be meeting my fans, and my fans would now have kids of their own who were still fans. Nobody knew that. That was completely not in my brain at all. I thought nobody would even be talking about Power Rangers 4 or 5 years later. But here we are, 27 years, and I'm super proud to be one of the originators of this series.
I would say yes. 27 years has been a long journey, and you are part of that, and you are part of that legacy. And we do thank you for that so much, Walt.
Yo, my pleasure, brother. And I'm grateful for all the fans that we have. We have the most amazing fans. I mean, I met so many people around the world that are fans of Power Rangers because it shows in 40 countries. So I've been to Indonesia and met my fans. I've been to Brazil and met my fans. I've been to Canada, to Venezuela, to where else? I went to Brussels. I went to I just been all over the place. Mexico. I mean, everywhere. People I can't even talk to that are fans that love the show. It's so amazing to see that. I got Russian fans, German fans, from Germany, different parts of Europe, that I've never been to Russia. I've never been there. And I could go there and people might recognize me and be like, hey, you inspired me in my childhood. That is mind-blowing. That's amazing. There's that word, amazing.
Yep. Remember, tagline, amazing. Put it on the shirt.
It is.
Ryan, you got the next question?
Yeah. So, the two more questions. What's your inspiration to an inspiring actor or actress?
What's my inspiration to fellow actors or actresses?
Yeah. Sorry. Advice.
Advice.
Yes.
This is the advice I tend to give. If you choose to be an actor or an actress, do it because you love it. Don't do it because you want to be rich or famous. Because wealth and fame can be achieved, but can come and go, can be gone. I mean, there's a lot of famous people that you don't even think about anymore. I mean, there's a lot of people that were wealthy that lost their wealth and now are just normal, you know. Do it because you love it, because you may never ever achieve that realm of things. You may never ever achieve fame. You may never ever achieve wealth. But if you act because you love the act of acting, then you'll always be happy. So do it because you love it, not because you want to be rich or famous.
Amazing words. Remember, guys, do it because you love it. Because no matter how much money you have or not, if you enjoy what you do it.
Yep, money doesn't make happiness. It helps.
Oh, yeah, it helps. It helps get you a house. Exactly. Yeah. So aside from acting, Walt, as you said, you are a well-renowned dancer. Do you have any advice for any inspiring dancers out there who are trying to break into that scene?
Yeah. I think if you want to be a dancer, you have to take classes. You have to take classes with people that are dancing. You have to know the people that are hiring for jobs. Also, you have to be versatile. You know, it's like everything. The more you can do, the more opportunity you have. So you go to a dance audition now, it's not just about how many pirouettes you can do. It's not just about turns. It's not just about jumps. They need you to be able to hit the ground. They need you to be able to do all kinds of things. And the more you can do, the more opportunity you have to work. You know, they need somebody who knows anything about breakdancing. You got 3 breakdance moves. That's better than somebody that doesn't have any. You know what I mean? So hip hop, you know, you need technique. In technique, there's history in technique. So you got to have good technique because that's going to give you longevity in your body as well. Because the body can only take so much, and dancers are renowned for beating themselves up, you know, for the passion, for the art of dance. So my advice is to get as much technique as you can and put yourself in an environment. Don't be fearful of putting yourself out there. And also create your own thing, because that's big. That's huge. Creating your own vibe, your own style, to be able to take somebody else's choreography and do it exactly the way they did it, but with your own flair, makes you valuable. You know, because you got to be able to take what they did, same thing, but it makes you stand out. It's like, oh, it might just be a little bit of a timing thing. It might be just a little bit of an extra wiggle. You never know. It's like there's something that will get you that callback that will get you that job. So
Definitely.
Awesome.
Also, guys, drink lots of water too when you guys are dancing.
Make sure to hydrate yourself,
water,
people.
Yeah,
I need some water myself right now.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, be thirsty just now. I'm like, oh man, I'm thirsty. I feel parched.
We have so my last question is: do you have any upcoming projects that you'd like to tell your fans?
Any upcoming projects?
Yes.
Yeah, I got a few things that are in the works that I'm excited about. Of course, the coronavirus has put a damper on many things. I have a film that I'm working on called Memoirs of a Fighter, so I'm excited about that. We were supposed to start filming earlier this year, but it's been, delayed. The film has been delayed. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the book that I'm working on writing. That's basically a story of my life and my achievements and my journey. I'm working on an animation project that we're hoping will get picked up and financed, and that's exciting as well. Also, I'm doing a fundraiser with Power Rangers tomorrow. Excited about that. You guys can check out the information for that on my Instagram at Walter E. Jones. And if you're curious about any of the things that I got coming up, I will publicize it there.
All right, then. So, with now that the Q&A is done, so Walter, you have fans who are waiting for you to answer the questions. Are you ready?
All right, let's go.
All right, let's do it. So we got Thomas Franco says, Walter, did you do a voiceover for the Dino team for Beast Morphers?
I don't remember. I've done voiceover for Power Rangers a few times in different episodes. I played different monsters, and I've been asked to come back and voice some characters, but I can't remember everything that I've done. People tell me, they come to me and go, "Oh yeah, you did this and that." I did. I'm like, "Oh wow," because I work on so many different things. So I do a lot of voiceover for looping on television and film. I do a lot of voiceover for animation projects and different things. So I don't know. Sometimes the jobs get lost, and it's possible, but I'm not sure.
All right, then. Our boy Kent Brown says, what was Tree like? Twee like?
Twee was like this fresh, flowery, full of light personality. She was so sweet, and she had a laugh that would just make you smile. She was like, I want to describe her as like soft and sweet and super likable, and she was a kind spirit.
Josh Allman says still have to get Walter props for his role in Brink Underrated.
Hey, yeah, Boomer in the house. I went from Team Puppet Suds to, well, I went to Team Puppet Suds eventually, but originally I was Team X-Blades. Yeah, that was a fun role. That was cool. I got to train on the rollerblades with people that are actually, competing in the X Games, and they were really talented and cool. And we was working on ramps down in Santa Monica, and that was an experience. I already rollerbladed, but I never done ramps or tricks, and I never ridden rollerblades without the brake. So that was different. It was like you don't get to use the brake. So now to stop, you got to stop like a hockey stop, and that was something I had to learn to do. And that was fun because I was up to the challenge. I was just disappointed that I didn't get to race down the hill at the end of the movie because they broke my leg.
Seth Martinez, Walter, do you know any 2D dance moves?
Well, it's tutting. It's tutting dance move.
Tutting dance moves on that.
That's my cousin, man.
I think when I was in high school, I used to pop, and we used to do a lot of tutting back then. And tutting has come a long way since back in the day when we did it. But it's I love all that stuff. Yeah, hey, I love tutting.
Yeah,
I can't do it. I'm gonna learn it at some point. At some point, I will learn it.
I'll teach you, Leonard. Don't worry.
Boy, James Fairbanks says, "Hey Walter, what were your first impressions of Super Sentai before filming Power Rangers? Stay awesome."
Thank you very much. I will try to stay awesome. Awesome. Hey. There you go. Big old A. With the Mr. Big A. Sentai, we didn't really see it till we had shot a number of episodes because we didn't know what it was. Like, in fact, we didn't know about what it was like, because our question was like, so what happens to us when we become superheroes? Because, at first we didn't see the suits and we didn't know, and it was described, you're going to morph into these Zords, and that was not a term we were familiar with. Like, what is a Zord? I don't know. So eventually it showed us the Sentai stuff, and we're like, oh, okay, all right. And I think my impression of it was, that looks very Japanese. It reminds me of RoboCop, right? And I was all right. Now I get it though. I get it. I get how it all works together. So I was a smart man for combining the two shows together, combining the robots and stuff from Japan, and then taking all that whole Sentai series and Americanizing it. That was a smart idea.
Bobby Shadow says, "Hey Walter, Bobby from Florida here. Met up with you a few years ago back at Ranger Stop. Love you on Space Cases and on the Shield. So I love that thing you did with the Black Ranger tribe. You were totally giving me Killmonger vibes there." Yeah, you were. I remember. We were there when he filmed that. We're like, what's going on? What's going on with Black Ranger?
Yeah, with Chris, I was like, what is he doing? Like, oh, Chris.
I was walking to the convention. It was at Power Rangers. I was walking out of the hotel to the convention. I looked over and I saw all these Black Rangers together, like walking and like doing this thing. And I was like, what is going on over there? And I walked up and like, yo, Black Rangers. And they're like, ah! Can we get in it? Can we get in it? So I was like, all right. So that's why I'm wearing normal clothes. And I'm like, the Black Ranger tribe, I was spoken. I was like, that was dope. I thought it was really cool. It was a completely random moment. And I was happy I was part of it. It was cool.
So Larry, oh my God, Larry
says Walter must have been drinking that Aquatar's water to stay forever young.
You know what I say? It's cocoa butter and positivity. Hey, cocoa butter for the skin, positivity for the life. I think a lot of people worry too much, and people allow themselves to be upset and carry stress and strife and the drama of other people for a long time. I mean, we all have it. We all have things that happen in our life that upset us, that we get upset about. We all have tragedy. We all have loss. And we all have problems. But the thing is you have to concentrate on getting beyond your problems and focus on what you have. You have to be positive. I think positivity changes your attitude and actually changes your inner self and allows you to be happy. On my worst day, I will figure out a way to be positive about it. Like, I lost my mom some years ago, and that was horrible. My mom was like my best friend. I was so close to her, and she gave me so many lessons in life that I've used to help go through my life and make my life better. But when I lost her, I had to think, instead of, oh my God, my mom is gone and I'm never going to see her again, and all those things went through my mind. But what I had to settle on was, I had to thank God that I had her in my life for so long. I thank God that she meant so much to me and she gifted me with so much positivity and with the skills of life that she given to me to survive and see my way through the world. And then I was able to continue to spread that, on my own, that she had given me these life. Yeah. So, I mean, I think positivity goes a long way.
Awesome. Brent, our good boy Brent is here. Oh my God.
Boy, a fellow Michigan or Michigan State.
Michigander, yes. I'm a Michigander, so I have to go to state.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Junie said, "Hey Walter, just wondering if you would consider doing a hip hop keto Zoom class for the fans."
Well, one never knows. It can happen. I mean, it would have to be somewhat simple, because I wouldn't want anybody to hurt themselves. But I don't know. We might be able to arrange something like that at some point. Is that something you guys would like to have?
Yes. I would like to. Oh, yes. Definitely.
What was it like working on Space Cases and got to sing the part of the theme song, and when you are coming back to visit Kansas City?
Well, Space Cases was a lot of fun. My wife at the time was a professional singer, and we were invited to sing the theme song for Space Cases. Yeah, 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 yeah. All that, it was pretty cool. So we got to sing the theme song, and a lot of it was her, and then I was backing her up a little bit. But that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. I was very proud to be, part of the opening credits of the theme song, and it still runs through my head today.
And Mikey Perez says, "Who would be on your Forever Black team? Would you be down to return to Dino Fury, the new season of Power Rangers?"
Who would be down on my Forever Black team? I gotta stay with Mighty Morphin, so I think, if I had to have somebody on my Forever Black team, I would have to go with Johnny on Bosch. He maintained and kept the ball rolling when I left. So there you go. He would have to definitely be part of the team. If I was invited to come back to the show, I would love to. It would just have to be right. The situation has to be right. The script has to be right. I'm a Screen Actors Guild actor, so that has been a problem. I've not been able to return to the show because it's still a non-union show, unfortunately. But the movie, Hasbro's movie, will be a SAG show. So there's a perfect opportunity to put me in because I'm a SAG actor. I've been one since I left the show, and it makes it difficult to go back as a non-union actor when I'm in the union. But the movie, it's got possibilities.
Awesome. So, all right, guys, this ends the interview. Thank you, Walter, for being our special guest.
Thanks, guys. Thank
All right,
you so much.
so Walter, where can you find you in social media?
It's nice talking to you, fellas. And everybody stay safe during this quarantine. Come and check me out on my social media at Walter E. Jones on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Walter Emmanuel Jones on Facebook. EMANUEL 1M1L. That's it.
And Leah. TikTok. And Leah, where can you find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, the Reckless_Fox, YouTube, Reckless_Fox, and find all my latest game content on Twitch.tv/RecklessFox. And Dancer Boy, where can they find you?
You can find me at DancerBoy247, Instagram, and Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram and Twitter at MorphinNet. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much, and bye, man.
See you guys.
Peace.